It is the morning of June 30th, 1908 in remote Siberia. You are a Tungus reindeer herder camped near the stony Tunguska River. At 7:17 in the morning, a column of blue light brighter than the sun crosses the sky. 2 minutes later, an explosion equal to 1,000 atomic bombs flattens 80 million trees across 2,150 square kilometers of forest. There is no crater. There is no impactor. There is no documented human death. Today, we walk through exactly what science knows about the Tunguska event of 1908, the dozen theories that have never definitively explained it, and why it remains the largest natural explosion in recorded history. First, what happened that morning? Eyewitness accounts from Tungus and Russian settlers near the stony Tunguska River describe a brilliant blue-white pillar of light streaking across the sky. It made a sound like thunder mixed with artillery fire and was followed by an explosion that lasted several minutes. Shock waves were detected as far away as London, 6,000 kilometers from the epicenter. For several nights afterward, the skies over Europe and Asia glowed bright enough to read newspapers at midnight. Now, the first expedition. Russian mineralogist Leonid Kulik first reached the Tunguska site in 1927. What he found defied everything he expected. 80 million trees were knocked flat. The pattern radiated outward from a single central point. But trees standing directly under the apparent epicenter were still upright, stripped of branches but vertical. This pattern only occurs if the explosion happened in the air, not on the ground. Modern estimates place the airburst at 5 to 10 kilometers above the surface, with energy yield between 3 and 30 megatons of TNT. Compare that to the Hiroshima bomb at 15 kilotons. Tunguska was at least 200 times more powerful. Now, the missing impactor. If a meteor or comet struck the ground that morning, the impactor or fragments should have been recoverable. Kulik spent 20 years searching. Soviet scientists searched for decades afterward. They found no crater. They found no impactor. They found no meteorite fragments large enough to matter. The leading current theory. A stony asteroid roughly 50 meters across entered the atmosphere at high velocity and exploded entirely from atmospheric friction before reaching the ground. This explains the airburst pattern. It does not explain why no significant fragments were recovered. Alternative theories range from a comet of pure ice that vaporized entirely, to a fragment of antimatter, to a Nikola Tesla weapon test. None has been ruled in. Most have been ruled out. If the Tunguska event had occurred 4 hours later, over London or Paris instead of remote Siberia, it would have killed hundreds of thousands. That fact is the entire reason modern asteroid detection programs exist. 116 years later, the central question of Tunguska has never been definitively answered. We know what kind of event it was. We do not know what caused it.